All right, let's jump straight into this explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive shift happening right now in the tech world. We're looking at how artificial intelligence is fundamentally changing the game for business analysts and software developers. And don't worry, we're keeping the concepts easy to understand and super engaging. A few years ago, being a business analyst meant gathering requirements, writing user stories, drawing endless process diagrams, and acting as that traditional bridge between business and tech, usually while being completely buried under literal mountains of documentation. But today, AI has completely flipped the script, and we're going to explore exactly how you can use this to your advantage. So let's just address the elephant in the room right out of the gate, shall we? Can you actually stay competitive in tech today without using AI? The conversation is no longer about whether AI can help you do your job. The real question is whether you can survive without it. Spoiler alert, the landscape is shifting incredibly fast for everyone in software, and the answer to this question changes absolutely everything about how we work. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to hit 5 main stops. First, the AI replacement myth. Second, the new decision partner. Third, AI across the lifecycle. Fourth, the developer's new reality. And finally, the essential skills you'll need for 2026. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI replacement myth. Let's separate the facts from the fiction. If you take nothing else away from this, remember this quote: AI replaces repetitive work, not critical thinking. There's this massive anxiety out there, right? This fear that AI is just going to wholesale wipe out software and analysis careers. But honestly, no way. AI is here to take over the repetitive, manual, grinding tasks, but it absolutely cannot replace your strategic mind. This isn't the end of your career, it's just the beginning of a whole new generation of professionals who combine human intelligence with AI. To really understand why, just think about what organizations still desperately need us, the humans, to actually do. We have to genuinely understand the customer's problems. We have to ask the right questions, validate the business needs, make the tough strategic decisions, design the actual solutions, manage the stakeholders, and, absolutely crucial here, ensure ethical AI adoption. Sure, AI can spit out an answer in 2 seconds, but it still needs you to ask the right prompt. Without you at the steering wheel, AI is just a giant engine going nowhere. Moving right along to Section 2, the new decision partner. Let's look at how your role is actually elevating. The contrast here is just night and day. Yesterday's tech professional was practically buried alive in manual documentation, writing boilerplate code and dragging through requirements gathering. Fast forward to today's AI-powered professional. Because we are bogged down in all that busy work, we're doing faster discovery, making way better decisions, driving real strategic outcomes, and significantly reducing project risk. It's an incredible shift from focusing purely on output to focusing entirely on outcomes. So, boiling it all down to one simple concept, AI becomes the assistant, and the business analyst remains the strategist. You're not just a scribe spending hours on manual tasks anymore. Think of AI as your tireless, incredibly fast assistant. That leaves you, thankfully, sitting right there in the driver's seat as the lead strategist. Okay, Section 3, AI across the lifecycle. Let's see how this collaboration actually looks in real-world workflows. Let's map this out across the 5 core stages of the business analysis lifecycle: discover, analyze, define, validate, and deliver. These are the specific areas where artificial intelligence seamlessly slots in to supercharge what you're already doing. This is where the practical magic happens. Think about how AI drives a measurable business outcome at every single stage. In the discover phase, it's crunching customer feedback and meeting transcripts so you can identify problems faster. In analyze, it's spotting hidden patterns for data-driven decisions. Under define, it's generating those, let's face it, pretty tedious functional and non-functional requirements. During validate, it scans everything for ambiguity so you end up with way fewer defects. And finally, in deliver, it's whipping up test scenarios and training materials. At every step, the AI grinds through the data, and you dictate the strategy. Pivoting over to Section 4 now, the developer's new reality. Because this is a massive shift across the whole industry. Business analysts aren't the only ones going through this. Software developers are getting entirely new superpowers too. We're talking about generating code, demystifying confusing legacy systems, refactoring applications, detecting bugs, spinning up unit tests, even reviewing pull requests and recommending architecture. Remember the total misery of writing boilerplate code line by agonizing line, or manually hunting down a bug in legacy spaghetti code? Now, developers use AI to knock that stuff out in mere minutes. Just like the analysts, it elevates the whole engineering team to solve actual complex business problems. But actually, hold on a second. A lot of organizations mistakenly think just buying a fancy AI tool instantly boosts productivity. It absolutely doesn't. Successful AI adoption is a very specific formula. It's human expertise plus AI plus business context. If you don't have structured thinking, governance, or stakeholder alignment, well, AI just generates a lot of content, not necessarily better outcomes. You absolutely need that human context to create real organizational value and make reliable decisions.
Which brings us to our final stop, Section 5, Essential Skills for 2026. Let's talk about the future professional.
The year 2026 is, frankly, right around the corner. And by then, software engineering and business analysis won't be measured by how many lines of code you can type or how many pages of requirements you can draft. Instead, it's going to be this fluid, seamless conversation between humans and intelligent systems. The automation handles the repetition, freeing you up to focus entirely on innovation and delivering measurable business value. So, what does your toolkit need to look like? To stay highly competitive, you've got to master this specific blend of technical and human skills. Stuff like AI literacy, critical thinking, and basic business analysis. That's just table stakes now. You really need to proactively develop unique skills like data storytelling, prompt engineering, process optimization, systems thinking, and of course, continuous learning. These are the skills that make you an incredibly dynamic professional who can adapt no matter how fast the underlying tech evolves. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one big, somewhat provocative question to chew on regarding your own career evolution. Are you proactively managing AI as your decision partner, or are you sitting back and letting it manage you? Because the future absolutely belongs to the professionals who embrace AI as a collaborator, automate the mundane, and spend their time solving the meaningful problems that actually matter. Thank you so much for joining me as we unpacked these sources today. Keep learning, keep adopting, and go take charge of that future.